on interest rates. The good news is they didn't change, so I don't have to eat that mouse. The bad news is they're at 300-year lows, which is bad news, of course, for savers, and the misery looks set to continue for them. But if you've got money stashed away, have you done your homework to get the best possible return? Now, let's just say you had £3,000 to play with. You would get less than 1% interest with an average savings account. But look what happens when you shop around, which is what we did. For example, you could take an instant telephone access account with Scarborough Investments Direct and get a rate of 2.76%. Now, in 1 year, the one-year fixed account with Derbyshire Building Society would give you 3.75%. That's £112 extra. However, you wouldn't be able to withdraw until August next year. Finally, if you can tie your money up for longer, this ICICI account would make you £130. The catch here, of course, you can't touch the money for the entire 2 years. So, got to be worth shopping around. Should be dusting down that piggy bank. David Braithwaite's here from Citrus Financial Management. He joins us now. Morning, David.
Morning.
First of all, I suppose you've got to ask yourself where do you stand at the moment?
Well, the first thing is to find out exactly what account you've got and what you're being paid yourself, because most people don't even realise...
I don't have any idea.
Exactly, and most people don't realise what actual money they've got and what interest rate they're getting at the moment before even shopping around to try and find a better rate.
OK, so let's say you're unhappy. What are some of the questions you should ask yourself?
The first thing is, can you afford to actually tie any money up? At the moment, you get a lower rate for an instant access account than what you would, as you said in your example there, for a 2-year fixed account. The problem is, though, for a 2-year account at the moment, you need to be able to tie it up and leave it there for 2 years. And as you said in your introduction, rates being an all-time low, if they're going to start increasing, is it a good thing to actually tie your money up?
That's a very interesting point, isn't it? Because there's no point putting it in a 5-year deal, because rates can only go one way, can't they, which is up. So it's probably not a good idea to tie it up for too long. No,
it isn't, but there's other things that you can do as well, such as if you are a couple, maybe one of you is a non-taxpayer, you should be looking to maybe move the money into their name, so you're paying tax on the interest that you are receiving. And the other thing is that...
You've got to trust your wife to do that, haven't you?
You have to trust your wife or husband to do that,
okay.
Yes, indeed. The other thing that you can look at doing as well is a cash ISA. Most people that I talk to have never done one. And it's a big saving that you can make. You can put $3,600 into there and not pay tax.
So you get the interest tax-free on that?
Exactly,
OK, and you should do that, if you can, every year. Now, a lot of people got burned, didn't they, or were worried because they chased extra returns by going to Icelandic banks, for example. Are people still a bit worried about that sort of thing?
I think they are now. I think we always thought a couple of years ago that all the banks were a safe bet, and people did chase the rate and put them into banks that have now been a little bit burnt. But the same goes for internet saving as well. People like something tangible. People more often than not now are risk-averse because of what's happened. So they're like a branch-based account, they're like a postal account, or something tangible where they can see where their money is. And that's fine, but if you are prepared to do that and you are prepared to take a little bit more risk, as long as you keep it under £50,000 per institution, your money will still be safe.
Yeah, because you're guaranteed under the Financial Services Compensation Scheme. So up to 50 grand, whatever kind of account you got, you're safe.
Yes.
All right, David, thanks very much indeed. Good advice there. You said you're